Isn't carbon trading a way of reducing carbon emissions? How does that work exactly?
Yes, it's a key strategy at the moment for reducing emissions. I'll use these blocks to show everyone how it works.
Okay.
We have 3 countries, A, B and C. Let's say that each country is allowed to produce 3 units of carbon. We call this a cap or allowance.
Okay.
Now, country A has produced 3 units of carbon in the last year. Its emissions match its allowance, so it has nothing to trade. Country B has reduced its carbon emissions substantially. It has only produced 2 units of carbon, which is 1 unit less than its allowance. So it has a unit of allowance left. It gets a carbon credit, and I'll talk about that a bit more in a moment.
Okay.
Country C, on the other hand, well, it hasn't done well. It's a country that has a lot of cars and air conditioners and has not yet developed enough renewable energy resources. It has actually exceeded its allowance by producing 4 units of carbon.
Right.
Okay.
Now what happens?
Okay, so this is where the carbon trading comes in. Country C has to purchase what we call carbon credits or permits from a country such as B to make up its allowance. This basically means purchasing credits from those countries that reduce their emissions to help make up for those countries that exceed their allowance.
Okay, but Darren, isn't this just spreading the same amount of carbon emissions around?
Of course, carbon trading only works when the amount each country emits is reduced over time.
Okay, so say next time they're only allowed two units of carbon each, is that right?
That's right, and that's where the Kyoto Protocol comes in. It's an international agreement signed by hundreds of countries who have agreed to progressively reduce their emissions. But the amount each country should reduce is being debated at the moment.
Okay, so that's what's being discussed by governments in Bali right now?
Yes, but it's not only governments who need to make changes, it's something we all need to do.